Peace, peace, peace. It's Rakim with Wiser Dome. And I just wanted to build about something real quick. The new Marcus Garvey movie and Fred Hampton movie entitled Judas and the Black Messiah, um, was recently been in the news. And for those who don't know, Winston Duke of Black Panther and Us fame will be playing Marcus Garvey in the new movie. The movie is called Marked Man and will be released on Amazon streaming platform. So this build is not to discourage anyone from watching these films. The object is to settle on the best part and get the jewels from it. What I find interesting, though, is that movies about two of our most iconic freedom fighters are being told from the lens of a government informant. Marked Man will be told from the perspective of a Black man who joins J. Edgar Hoover's FBI and infiltrates Marcus Garvey's UNIA organization. More than likely, this will be Earl Titus, who was an Indianapolis police officer who joined the FBI in 1922 with the assignment to infiltrate Marcus Garvey's movement, which was the UNIA at that time. They would eventually set Marcus Garvey up for mail fraud and have him deported. And so, we all know that story. And if you think about the movie is called Marked Man. It's already letting you know that it will be focusing on Marcus Garvey having a target on his back. In the Judas and the Black Messiah movie, it's a similar idea. The idea of the story of Fred Hampton is told from the point of view of William O'Neill, who was used by J. Edgar Hoover's COINTELPRO operation to kill Fred Hampton. For those who don't know, the reason it's called Judas and the Black Messiah is because J. Edgar Hoover said the point of his counterintelligence program was to prevent the rise of the Black Messiah. You know what I'm saying? That was the first one, and the second one was to prevent. That was the second one. The first one was to prevent the coalition of a militant Black nationalist group, and so this is what was actually happened. We saw that in history. We see the infiltration of Black nationalist groups and the hell bent them being hell bent on preventing the rise of the Black Messiah, such as Martin Luther King, Stokely Carmichael, Elijah Muhammad, Malcolm X, and Fred Hampton. I mean, we saw that. We saw what happened. And another goal was to prevent militant Black nationalist groups and leaders from gaining respectability and discrediting them to the community. So with that said, why do we need to see the story of our great freedom fighters from the perspective of race traders? There's no sympathizing for anyone who works with the government to destroy our leaders and movements. What message is this sending the audience? To me, subconsciously, it is telling them that this is the outcome for those who rally for their people, for freedom, justice, equality against the government. Does it make the option of being a government informant seem less bad? That's possibly one thing. These are just questions that I have. And it's why not make a movie about the ideas of Fred Hampton? Such as socialist programs to provide food, clothing, and shelter to the people, being able to unify and organize the people for one common cause, while oppressed people should arm themselves, Marxism and class struggle, and what revolution actually means and what it looks like. Instead, they settle on the worst part of the story, him being set up and killed by a race trader working in conjunction with J. Edgar Hoover, the FBI, and the Chicago Police Department. I'm of the opinion that they don't even have to show that part of the story all the time. I mean, it could easily just end with Fred giving a speech and fading away into black, to symbolize that you can kill the revolutionary, but you can't kill the revolution. And, those were Fred's words himself, you know what I'm saying? Marked Man, the Marcus Garvey story is going to follow suit in highlighting the frailties of a race trader and the evil mind of J. Edgar Hoover. That's I don't know, that's kind of deep to me. When these movies come out, I ask myself, can the real essence of a freedom fighter be captured and told from that point of view, or from the point of view of those who wanted him dead? I mean, this is not capturing the essence of Marcus Garvey or Fred Hampton, in my opinion. I would love to see Marcus Garvey movie be centered around, something like the Black Cross nurses who found pride in putting on the uniform and being active in the UNIA, or the officers in the UNIA marching down Harlem in their uniforms, galvanizing the people who were only 65 years removed from slavery. I don't really care anything about the informants that got our freedom fighters killed, deported, hooked on drugs, and things like that. I want to see movies portray our freedom fighters in all their glory and highlight their ideas in hopes that the youth who watch these movies become inspired to do the same. All of these movies ending in death and destruction at the hand of a race trader has to affect the psyche of those who don't know any better, such as the youth or the 85%. Once again, this isn't to discourage anyone from watching the film. If anything, it's just saying be aware of, what types of images and what these images are doing to your emotions and your psyche. Study our heroes outside of simply watching a made for Hollywood movie about them. Get to know their stories in totality so you can see for what it is and not what it appears to be. It's important that movies aren't the main tool that we use to find out about our heroes and those who fought against systematic oppression. You know what I'm saying? Peace to Marcus Garvey, and peace to Fred Hampton. And once again, I'm not saying don't watch these movies, because there is value in learning about our freedom fighters in whatever form you learn about them in. But just don't let that be the only way you're learning about them. And also keep in mind that this is told from the perspective of a race trader and a government informant. You know what I'm saying? So you're not going to capture the full essence of who these people were by filming a movie from their perspective. So that's all I got on that though. Peace.